Okay, so this is something I've been asked many times. Do great white sharks sleep? And, you know, I actually don't know if great white sharks sleep or not. They're not designed to sleep. If you look at the size of the spiracles, they're not designed to stay still. And with all the tracking that we've done and all the tracking that other researchers around the world have done with great white sharks, they don't seem to ever stop moving. They can move very slowly, and if the stream is quite strong, they can almost hover in the stream or the current. But from what we know, great white sharks do not stop moving. They're perpetually on the move. But they have to have some way of resting. And my theory on this, and this is just a theory, I've made statements in other videos, and there's specific things I've observed, but there's certain things that I haven't observed, and I can only have a theory on it. And my theory is that when they do rest, and that's what I say, rest, I think they go into some sort of autopilot mode. And you'll often find they venture into deep water. You know, they come in the shallows, hunting seals and that, or hunting fish on reefs during the day, and then they'll disappear and they'll go out into deeper water. And what I think they do when they do that, it's at night or during the day, it doesn't matter. They might be night sleepers, they might be day sleepers or resters, I'm not sure. And this is something I would actually like to do research into, because it's an interesting question. And it might be one of the projects I'll do in the future, and then I'll be able to answer it. But what I think they do, they'll cruise near the surface and they'll switch down. And they'll go into autopilot, where their awareness shuts down, and they'll kind of drift. And as they drift, they'll slowly sink, sort of like an aeroplane coming into land slowly, a glider coming into land. And they'll glide down slowly through the water columns and to great depths, and then they'll make their way back to the surface, again, slowly, without exerting energy or too much energy, and then they can start the process again. So that is my theory on how great white sharks rest. Or they might find a current which is strong, where they hardly have to move, and they can just sort of glide again in the current, and they can shut down. But they don't go to sleep as we would imagine they go to sleep, where you actually put your head down and fall asleep. They don't do that, not as far as we know, not as far as anybody knows. So that's what I got to tell you about sleep. That's the simplest answer to a very interesting question, because everything needs rest, everything needs regeneration. So it is a valid question. Do great white sharks sleep? Do they rest? Like I said, I think they rest on autopilot, but they never sleep as such. So thank you very much.